Hi colleagues, it's been a while, but it's still a beautiful day for making asphalt. It's also a great day to be talking about asphalt mobile hot storage units, commonly known as hot boxes. The purpose of today's video is to inform you, due to our experiences, of things that have happened with hot boxes. These include explosions, fire and falls from height, all of which have had the potential for harm and even death. Let's start with preparation of your hot box prior to coming to an asphalt plant. I know many of you use gas oil, red diesel, that creates an explosive atmosphere when within heat and an enclosed space. As soon as you open the wings, oxygen floods in and can, in the right or wrong conditions, create an explosive atmosphere. Have you considered using a release agent that's non-flammable? One item we use is Leoclean. Worth considering, because it could stop you having a fire or an explosion. The reason why we'd like you to isolate your gas system is hot boxes comes in all shapes and sizes, and the piping and bottles are in different positions. If we misload your material and it lands on the piping, there is a potential to burn through it and cause an explosion due to the gas system being live and gas flowing through it. Come on now to the need to heat your hot box. If you're using your material for 3 to 4 hours, do you actually need to put your burners on? What we found is when we put material in our hot storage system is the more heat we apply and the longer we do it, the more degradation it gets, the less supple it gets and the worse material gets. So unless you're going to use the material for an extended period, do you need to put your heaters on? We move on now to the use and operation of your heating controls. This one is one of the older designs of the hot boxes, and it's got examples of both good and bad practices. At the bottom you see the red regulator. That's factory fitted and is stopped in a position so the operator cannot alter it. So the flow of the gas is constant, or at a constant level, which will aid with the accurate lighting of the hot box. You see above you've got the temperature controller and the ignition switch. Can you tell what that is set at? You could argue set point there, and we're looking at 210 degrees, far too hot, and effectively that will be on all the time because it will never gain enough temperature to actually knock off. That will degrade the material very quickly and will create an atmosphere, if it gets too hot, that is a potential to have a fire or explode. The lighting of your hot box is the most dangerous part of the operation. So after you've tried to light it 2 times and look through the hole and it's not ignited, please then leave your hot box for 5 minutes. This allows air to be drawn in and purge the atmosphere to allow then no build-up of dangerous gases within it before trying to light your gas burners. In this maintenance example, we have a piece of equipment that has not been factory fitted. It's been modified by somebody to help with a problem, but in its present state is not correct and will cause a problem if other factors are lined up. Moving on to pipe work and the importance of inspecting all the lines that you have. You see in this example we've got a gate valve that can be moved quite easily or not, allowing gas to come out into the atmosphere and be very, very close to a naked flame that will be within the hot box with the resulting potential explosive atmosphere. We also have a pipe that's been worn away, piece of rubber pipe that's about to perish. That's connected to a gas line. Again, it can emit gas and have the potential for an explosive atmosphere that can affect you and those around you. So the examples we've just shown you of maintenance defects are, as we found, quite common on hot boxes, particularly ones that are older and may be maintained by the company who have bought them. Those that are maintained by the manufacturer tend to be of better standard, the faults get picked up and they get modified and corrected. Do you as a driver know what to check? Do you know what you're looking for? Have you been trained? Because what we've found is the community of drivers, when we've asked them, have tended to have information passed down by the mates, by the gaffers who have told them various things. Tomorrow you might be driving a Grab, today you're driving this. Are you familiar with the equipment that you are using, and do you know what to look for, and do you know how to report it, so as the machine is kept safe and therefore you are kept safe? Please take a moment to have a look around your vehicle to make sure that everything is safe, and if you're unsure, please ask, log it, and please ask just to make sure, because you never know, just making one comment could keep you and everybody around you safe today and tomorrow. In the previous example, we've shown a red regulator that was factory fitted to a set point. Here we have a blue top regulator that can be moved from high to low to give a variable feed. Another thing we've noticed when looking at hotbox wagons is many of the operators are part of the FORS fleet management scheme, which is great because it means the wagon is maintained and inspected to a very high standard. However, that just relates to the chassis of the wagon and not the hotbox. Do you know the last time your hotbox was inspected by a gas safe engineer or a competent person? You could well be driving something that's not been inspected for 12 months between MOTs. Take a moment again to check, has your machine been checked by a competent person for the gas part of your system? So to summarise the scale of the problem, when talking to our partners in the industry, we know of at least 50 incidents over the last 2 years where there's either been a fire or an explosion involving a hotbox. And bear in mind, that's on our properties, so we don't know what's going out there in the wider world. The problems associated with it are maintenance of the hotbox. I said before about the FORS example, the chassis is maintained and inspected, but not necessarily the gas part of the operation. And the training of the operator. You as a driver may have driven this grab, this hotbox, for years and years, or you might have been put on it today. Practices have been handed down by people who have always done it this way. It doesn't make it the best way of doing things. It certainly doesn't make it the safest way of doing things. So please, find out any gaps in your knowledge, what you need to know exactly how to operate it, and how to maintain your vehicle. Spot the defects, report them, and follow them up so they are fixed, so you're driving a safe vehicle for the benefit of yourself and others around you. Thank you for listening to this video today. If there's anything we can do, please look to any of our helpful staff and we'll try our best to help you.